Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to this short little video for TEW. It is our roundup of the year, as it's going to be a two-part special. The first one, we're more so just going to look at the awards, so basically who's won Wrestler of the Year and the various other equivalents. The second video, which will follow, is going to be one that is just really going to document the top 500. We'll see who is the best in the world, and as I say, we'll see who we've got positioned down the list, and see how they compare to their previous year. So just a real roundup of 2019 as we now hit into the new decade. So let's quickly go to the main screen and see who has won some of the awards. So Wrestler of the Year has went to the G1 winner, Tetsuya Naito. Great year for him in 2019. We did have him at WWE, but it was a case because of his loyalty to New Japan, we couldn't get him on a full-time deal, so I didn't really feel like we should use him. Probably should have just edited him and just made him, an active wrestler. I mean, we could have brought him in full-time, but nah, we just allowed it to be a bit more realistic. And yeah, gave him his opportunity to stay in New Japan and, of course, CMLL. Look at his title history. For the last year, he had a good run with the CMLL World Middleweight from May to September, and also as the current and reigning Trios Champion. Won the Never Openweight Championship last year. Has never been the New Japan World Champion, but as you can see by a lot of his accolades there, 2019 Wrestler of the Year. He's frequently been in the top 10, despite the fact that when we had him, we didn't really use him. So that's him went from 5th to 8th to 11th, then to the best in the world. And his Hall of Immortals progress is 10%, so maybe he just needs a couple of runs with title belts. In terms of match history, for 2019 there, you can see his lowest rating was a 70. He had quite a few. I can already just see the corner of my eye there, 99 rated matches. So didn't quite get the 100 match, but a couple of 99s there. It seems he predominantly was more used in CMLL than in New Japan. He probably had a lot more of a schedule, so it does look like he's had a lot of matches. 87 wins, 60 losses, and 5 draws. So he's been a busy guy. So fatigue could possibly eventually play a bit of a factor there. But as I say, he's definitely improved. You can see there in 2018, a couple of matches on Raw which were meh. We had them, but I said we never really used them because of the contract status. So C-58 was his lowest there. 2017 again. So he has had a lot of matches in his career. And all years, in fact, since the save started, the guy's had 266 wins, 180 losses, and 21 draws. So he is your Wrestler of the Year. Naito. Company of the Year. We actually won it. So that was good to see. Finally capturing that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do it through the end of year awards this way, so we can see the previous winners as well. So Naito winning it obviously meant it was the first year after 3 years of Tanahashi and the save. So this is our third time we've seen the awards? It would be, yep, because we'd see the awards. In fact, no, actually, it'll be our 4th year of seeing the awards, because we started save in 2016. So we'd have seen Tanahashi win it every year, because the 2016 awards would be when we got to the start of 2017. So yep, so we've seen the 3 years of Tanahashi, going 3 in a row, Naito this year. We'll move on to Tag Team of the Year. That went to Masato Yoshino and Nakure Doi. They won in their 2nd Tag Team of the Year after winning in 2017. The team before them was El Zorro and Toros. So it's the first chance for them to recapture that. As I say, they've done well there. Disappointingly, as you could probably see, since the game's inception, it's all been more New Japan based tag teams rather than previously either WWE or TNA tag teams. So maybe that could be something we look at. We really need to push a tag team strong in 2020 to hopefully finally get that first Tag Team of the Year award. Young Wrestler of the Year went to Hayabusa 3, or Hayabusa 3. As is noted by the mod maker in this, they just wanted to add that character into the mask. Quite happy to let the character run in the save, but I won't personally be signing it. If he does end up winning like a lot of awards, we might just sign him and just make him as a random generated guy and give him a gimmick and rebuild him as something else. But he wins it. Taurus has won it. Dragon Lee's won it. Yamamura has won it as well. Again, mostly New Japan or CMML based wrestlers, and previously you had a lot of ones that were based in either WWE or TNA. Veteran Wrestler of the Year went to Tanahashi. Of course, obviously with his age now, he is, I think, in his 40s. So 2 wins for Togi Makabe, El Zoro, but then Tanahashi won it there. And obviously, well, that says there he has to be over 42, so there you go. Female Wrestler of the Year, and I think we all saw it happening. It's the one award that seems to be dominated by ourselves. It seems whatever lady wrestler we really push, female wrestler we push, seems to win it. So obviously Becky Lynch won it the first year, then Paige won it in 2017. A great run in 2018 gave it to Crazy Mary Dobson, who's obviously had a few troubles this in 2019, which didn't see her win it. But I think we all seen this coming. Dana Brooke wins Female Wrestler of the Year, absolutely dominated the WWE. Her stats are absolutely incredible, which if you looked at that in real life would be crazy. Popularity sky high as well, but she's done absolutely fantastic. We can see there she's a 25% of the way of becoming a Hall of Immortals inductee. Our second run with the Women's Championship, but it just shows you there she's had 2 runs with that, 2 runs with the Shine Tag Team Championships. And yeah, as I say, she's been absolutely solid for us, firmly deserves it. This year our highest rated match was a 94. I probably would have been an intergender match. I don't think it lets me see it in order. Nope, so that was a poor one there. Actually, our lowest rating was the last match, but it was just a squash match in about 30 odd seconds. Let's see if we can find it. Yep, 94. It was her, Braun Strowman and Bo Dallas against Bray, Zack Sabre Jr. and Paige, but still incredible. Average ratings is a B78, so she's had a lot of great performances there. And if we just put it to title matches, which will be predominantly her involved in, just female athletes, the highest rating was at B87 against Paige and Melissa. The lowest at B-73, which was when she challenged for the championships with Becky Lynch's Fire and Might, so obviously they'll try to reclaim the belts after losing them. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. She has had a solid year, and she'll get better. She's 31. Independent Wrestler of the Year went to Ty Dillinger, or as we know him as, we know him as Ty Dillinger, but Sean Spears. Done well, he's in TNA now. Obviously we let him go, so didn't really have anything for him. His match history has saw him done okay since he's left. Well, he's had maybe 8 matches, a couple of matches on the independent scene there. A couple of tag matches, he's faced the likes of Zack Ryder. We'll look at that one there, Zack Ryder and Elias against Titus O'Neil and Ty Dillinger. So a couple of matches there, into the matches as well with Bobby Fish, Chavo Guerrero, Mr. Anderson, Brian Cage, Rhino. So he's featured with good guys, but as I say, we just didn't have him. Anything for him in WWE. 38 years old as well, not very over. So good on him. He's doing well with life after WWE. The first independent winner was the Great Khali, which says a lot, and Michael Dante winning it last year. But he's done okay things, it seems, in Ring of Honor. Company of the Year was WWE, so it was the second time I've won it in the save. I won it the first year. The next 2 years went to New Japan, but obviously this year we had the transformation of losing a lot of popularity because we jumped to change our promotion to allow women's wrestlers to progress in terms of overness and match rating. So the climb we've had since then has been nothing but spectacular, and I think that's the reason why we are the 2019 Company of the Year. Most Improved Company of the Year went to NXT. There was no winner in the first year. New Japan in 2017, Lucha Underground last year, NXT this year. That's good to see. The last 2 years have been both our development companies, so yeah, I'm all for that. If it helps our wrestlers, I'm all for it. We had a few 100 rated matches this year, but it was CM Punk defeating Shingo Takagi at Dragon Gate, or Ravenous Tour, how they pronounce it. It got a 100 rating. That's cool. We can see there, in terms of the match of the years, we've had 199 in the first year, and since then it all has been 100 rated matches. So a lot of 5-star matches there. And if we actually look as well, that's the first match in a long time that it's been not based in America. So we'll have to fight to try and get that back. But as I say, I think the frustrating thing is, it's not going to let me double click it, is it? Nope. I'm pretty sure we had Tagaki on our roster, we just didn't use him, and obviously we fell out with Punk and just let him go. Card of the Year went to Wrestle Kingdom. 97 rated there. I don't know if that'll let us click it, but that was your Card of the Year, so that was Show of the Year, 97. So again, it's the first one that's not been won by ourselves since the game started, so it's up to us to try and reclaim that. I'd love to get WrestleMania to win it. That would really, really be good. Talia Madison wins Manager of the Year for the second year, so we may look at bringing her in. As I say, Kurt Angle won it in 2017. Paul Heyman, who we haven't really used since. Kurt David was your Announcer of the Year, second year in a row. The good thing is with Kurt David, he's in Lucha Underground, so when he comes up, he's only 20. Regen in this game, so he's probably going to be the next Jim Ross. So that's good to know that kicking about. Saraya Knight won the Colour Commentator of the Year. That's cool. We'll try to build Undertaker up as one. Whether he ever will compete for this remains to be seen. First time for a New Japan referee. Kensuke Yoshika won it. I believe he's with New Japan. I don't know if it'll show us. All Japan, sorry. And I think he might even be a newly generated guy. Yep, May 2016. We just started the save just after that, so another new gen, so they're starting to come over and dominate. So that's interesting. That is all your winners of certain awards. What I'm going to quickly check, if it lets me see our top 100. That's not what I want to go to. Try to think how we can do this. I want to basically see what our best card of the year was. In fact, I will be able to. We go to 2019. So our highest rating was Fastlane 2019, so let's quickly have a little look at that card to see how our best show of the year went down. I can remember it should be under... This is going to be a challenge if I can remember whereabouts we go. History. There's one WWE, I think that should be us. There we go. So Fastlane would have been way back in February, so that would have probably been about the... there we go, 24th show of the year, so at A97 we sold 54,000 seats for this event, so that's quite good there. We Drew Galloway, Cody Rhodes, Tommy End and Ty Dillinger defeat My Generation, Mix and Wade Barrett Soul defeat Biggie, My Generation and Mexicano del Sucha in a 74 rated match. With Dolph Ziggler defeat Chad Gable and Bo Dallas for the US title. We had Aika Ando and Arisa Nakajima to defeat Billie Kay and Peyton Royce and Mandy Rose and Eva Marie for the Shine Tag Team titles. We had Austin Aries defeat Big Cass for the European Championship. Dana Brooke defeated Becky Lynch in the split of Fire and Might. With the Hype Bros defeat DIY. We had Crazy Mary Dobson defeat Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship title. With the Revival defeat the New Day for the WWE World Tag Team Championships. So a good showing from Raw so far. We also had Kevin Owens defeat John Cena, Samoa Joe and Cesaro. We had Seth Rollins defeat The Miz in a fantastic 95 rated match. And that main event was Braun Strowman losing his rematch to Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, a 99 rated match, which then saw Kevin Owens come down and beat up Daniel Bryan, setting up that WrestleMania main event. So, pretty damn good 2019, 430 million in the bank, prestige is high, momentum's high, probably lose a good bit of that via amount of money we've got there just making morale issues disappear. A lot of guys will be released again. As I say every so often, contracts will go. You can see there, Bagia's going, Carlito's going, Snare, Primo, Nino Ebano's going, R-Truth's going. We're probably going to keep Asuka. A couple of people here as well are going to go, Homicide, Marufuji, Ashley Lane. So we are going to trim the roster down quite considerably. But yeah, things are going well. We'll have another draft pretty much after WrestleMania. Switch a couple of people over, maybe swap 10 people from each show, push a few people that are on 205 Live to the main roster as well, just really to freshen that up and, as I say, to give them a higher opportunity than 205 Live. But yeah, things are good. We're on the road to the Royal Rumble, and as I say, our next video, we're going to document that top 500. So cheers for watching, guys, much appreciated. Any surprises from who won the awards, let me know what you thought of them. Any predictions for who you feel could be the main people in 2020, And say, yeah, let me know who's won your awards, let me know how your saves are going, and what your thoughts are in the wrestling business right now. So cheers for watching, guys, much appreciated. I'll see you next time for some more TEW WWE action. See you later.